What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo! What it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T, and this the Get Right Podcast Season 3. And I already know, man. You know who rolling with me. I got the brain trust, the homie, Detroit stand up, Rod.
What up, though?
It's always going to be short and simple, bro. It won't change. Season 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20. You're going to get the 3 words. And we already know, man, the people that they hate to love to hate. I guess depends on what he says. Mr. Misconception himself, man. DC was good, bro.
Truth hurts, bro. It's your boy DC in the place to be. Mr. Misconception himself is back. Season 3. Let's go. Let's go. We turning up on him this year.
Hey, it's true. It is true. That truth does hurt. I guess that's gonna be another nickname for you, man, for 2023 going in, man. So happy New Year. We are back, man. I hope everybody had a great New Year. Everybody had a dope holiday as we took a break, man. And checking on everything, man. How have y'all been, man? Since we, took a little vacay, a little furlough, man. How y'all been? How y'all been feeling?
I'm good.
For sure. DC, how you been, bro?
Man, everything's been dope, bro. Everything's been dope, man. I'm just coming off a 3-week fast. You know what I'm saying? My church, we did a little like around the first of the week from the 8th to like it was supposed to be the 29th, but we cut ours a little bit short. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to go to that pink ice. For those who don't know, pink ice is a big party. It's like a formal wear, but it's a party that the AKAs throw, the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. They throw every year, and they haven't done it in like 3 years, bro, because of COVID. Like the last time they had it was 2019, so this is the first time that they've done it. So I guess really 4 years. This is the first time that they've done it, man. And bro, we had a ball. So the drinks are flowing, the libations and whatnot. And so technically we were supposed to be in a fast, my wife and I, but we had to come off that, had to turn up. You know what I'm saying? So
you cheated on God, bro.
I mean, I hope he understands. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is pray for forgiveness, bro.
100.
Yeah, bro. But it was dope though. With the fast, it was no secular music, no social media, no food until 3 o'clock. That was probably the toughest part. You know what I'm saying? So like you can eat at 7, 8 o'clock at night or whatever, but you're not supposed to eat again until 3 the next day. You can drink water, but no flavor in the water. So no lemon juice. You know what I'm saying? No Gatorade, no soda, no nothing like that, man. So it was cool. It was like a detox, so to speak, both physically and spiritually. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One thing I realized, bro, is I cuss a lot, bro. Like it's like off of the microphone and whatnot, bro. Your boy just be throwing out words for no good reason, dog. Like, and I didn't realize that until I got into this fast, bro. So like one thing I told myself I would do is I'm gonna have what I call Worship Wednesday, something I made up where on Wednesdays, no secular music. I'm gonna keep it clean, keep it Christian, and just try to make subtle changes, bro. I'm still gonna be me. It's still gonna be Griselda when West Side Gun or Conway drop or when Nas drop. Yes, I will be there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be here on Sunday to talk about it. And when somebody's pulling some bullshit, I'm gonna be there to talk about that too. But Wednesdays I'm gonna try to keep it chill and see how it goes. But that was probably the biggest thing for me. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. And being unplugged, it kind of gives you a different level of peace, man. I know y'all was talking about the different crazy things that was kind of happening the last 3 weeks or so, and I was ignorant to a lot of that stuff. And in reality, although we're gonna talk about some things, a lot of that doesn't really affect me per se. It just all it does is some of that negativity. All it does is weigh on you, but it don't necessarily like help. You know what I mean? Unless you're gonna get up and do something about it, which in reality we not. For the most part. So
Mm-hmm.
um, just keeping that bullshit from around me, bro. The negativity, man, and getting closer to God. You know what I'm saying, and trying to just to walk in His footsteps as best I can. I ain't there. Y'all already know that, but it's a process, man. It's a path, man. So it was dope. It was real dope.
So I got a question. I'm gonna get a little messy. Just a little stain on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Griselda comes to Columbia. Listening party Wednesday night.
Well, I might do like a makeup day. You know what I'm saying? So instead, I do Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I do, or Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We just move the day a little bit. I'm gonna still get my 1 day a weekend of filtering out the BS. You know what I'm saying? I just have to move that day. We have to move that day.
You gotta move some stuff around again.
Yeah, got to move some stuff around, bro. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I ain't moving nothing because I'm not going out on a Wednesday, bro.
Okay.
Like I'm too old for that, bro. I got to get up early the next morning. I can't be having
Mm-hmm.
bags under my eyes. So honestly, I wouldn't even go. They come on a Wednesday if they won't. I think a lot of people ain't gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
For their audience.
Yeah,
For
they
their audience
audience.
is us.
Yeah.
Bro, we got shit to do. Yeah, you come on a Wednesday if you want to. This gonna be an empty room.
All right.
Indeed.
I had to see it though. I had to test you. I had to test you, man. That's dope, man. You said so non-secular music. So what could you listen to? Obviously, was it Kirk Franklin? Yeah, some
Yeah,
Marvin
pretty much just
Sapp.
gospel. Yeah, pretty much just gospel Christian music. I did sneak in some instrumentals here and there. Like I listened to like beat instrumentals on like that lo-fi hip hop kind of
Yeah,
thing. So I
Mm-hmm.
snuck a little bit of that in there. I don't know if that's really considered secular because there's no words.
yeah.
There's
It's
no
just, it's just beats.
Yeah, it's just beats. That's kind of how I look at it. So yeah, I did all that, man. And then on YouTube, one thing I'll say is it got me just into more educational things because like me, bro, I'm Math Hoffa, DJ Vlad, Skip and Shannon, Joe Budden. Those are the kinds of stuff I'm on YouTube. And of
The Get
course, I had
Right
to cut
podcast.
the Get Right podcast. You know what I'm saying? Had to cut all that out. And it just led me to other things on YouTube. So like I'm kind of plotting a move here that we've spoken about. And it's actually kind of got me to really think about that move more critically and really start doing my research. So I actually started just going on YouTube and looking at different areas, different properties, and things like that. Probably took more seriously than I have in the past, man. And I think the fast has been a big part of that.
That's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
dope, man.
You mentioned something, man. Do you guys think YouTube is like the greatest invention of our modern era?
I don't know if it's the greatest, but it is great. You
Ooh.
know what I'm saying? I put the iPhone above that. But I will say,
I'm gonna say yes
yeah,
and no. I'm gonna say yes and no.
but
It's
ain't
a
no
gift and
yes
a
and no,
curse.
bro.
It's a
It's
gift
yes
and a
or no.
curse. It's a gift and a curse. It's like a gun, bro. You can use a gun for protection and the right things to protect yourself, but we know what guns have caused and what you know what I mean? So I say that because in YouTube, I can pull up like, bro, you want to learn how to unclog a toilet? You want to learn how to drain your hot water tank? You go YouTube. You can do it yourself. There's a lot of educational and a lot of information out there for you to learn, man. So that's why I say yeah, no, because we also see the ratchet, all that bullshit like DC could say. You see all that stuff on there on YouTube as well. So it's just it's a give and a curse to it, man. But
But
I
what's
think
that got to
Mm-hmm.
do
YouTube
with it being the greatest invention? You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
either
in
it
our
is or
timeline,
it
and then
ain't.
he that's
It
what Rod
is
said. You
or
said
that.
in our timeline, right? Our lifetime.
I said in this era,
So in this
like,
era,
In
yeah.
this era.
Mm,
so the iPhone has changed the game for sure. You might be right, DC. That puts the platform out. And if you remember, YouTube was an app, like
for
one of the
dating, right?
original apps on the. I don't know how it started, but it was one of the original apps on the iPhone. So that was like the start of the apps. It came. I don't know if y'all had the first iPhone or not, but I'm one of those early adopters, so I did. And that was the first like official app that was on the iPhone is YouTube. Back then, it was just more researching old videos, like looking
Mhm.
at clips of Barry and all that. But the reason I say it may be up there as one of the greatest inventions is because of what it evolved into. Like you just said, I can research how to do anything. I can research any area. I can
Mhm.
research I mean, I can go there and learn about HELOCs if I want to. I can learn how to do investment properties, how to manage investment properties. You can pretty
Yeah.
much find anything that you need. Like it actually is no reason why anyone can't be a do-it-yourselfer because the information is there and they like some of those videos will tell you step by step. I've repaired drywall because of YouTube. No
Right.
way in hell I would have knew or even tried to repair drywall if I didn't have that. So I mean, it's got to be up there.
Yeah, it's definitely up there, bro. Because I'll say, man, a lot of men don't watch TV, but
Mm-mm,
every man goes on YouTube. You know what I'm
Big
mm-hmm,
saying? Every
facts.
man. I don't know if there's some kind of official poll or something, but I would bet money that men are on YouTube and the ladies are watching TV. Like
mm-hmm.
I would put some kind of audience members. If y'all know, I don't know, some statistic or something, I would put money behind it, bro. Men watch YouTube.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm
It's
saying?
there, bro. Like I said, it's just public knowledge, man. That's why I say yeah. The only reason I say the no part is just because there's all that crazy shit on there. But YouTube, you can find stuff about the culture too and the history. You be like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
oh,
Oh yeah, I mean, there's whole
oh.
movies, bro. There's documentaries, man. There's the podcast. There's literally everything. You can learn how to build a house. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I saw this news article, man. For
Yep.
real, bro. I saw this news article. This one lady, she literally built a house off of YouTube, and I think she hired a guy to, I think, lay the foundation or pour the
Yeah.
foundation.
Was that
But
that
aside
lady
from
that
that,
did
she
that?
literally did everything.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a lady that did that tiny house? Because I seen that on YouTube.
I
Did a
don't
tiny
really
house,
know. I
like
don't exactly.
from ground up, bro. Like
Yeah,
foundation up. Did a tiny house, bro. Like
yeah.
crazy.
Now I don't think this was a tiny house because she had like a crazy amount of kids. She had like 8 or 9 kids or something like that, and like she and her children, like they built the house, bro. And like, I think she said she hired one contractor to help with the foundation and maybe I don't know one other thing, but basically, and it took her like a year to do it. It took a long time, or maybe 2 years, but still, bro, she built an entire house off of
Mm-hmm.
YouTube videos,
Shout out to her.
wired electrical, laid
Oh
out the
yeah, shout
plumbing
out to
work,
her. Shout out to
the
her.
roof, the framing,
Mm-hmm.
everything, bro, off of YouTube, dog.
You
Like,
literally can do that. Like you can. I used to change phone screens for a living off of YouTube. I learned how to blend hair off of YouTube, bro. It's a powerful tool. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
obviously, I had trial and error in college, effing people up and cleaning it up, but I learned how to truly blend off of YouTube, how to perfect that craft. So it
it's a
can,
craft.
yeah, it can be a money maker, man. Like and
Yeah,
Yeah.
make
and it's
the most unhandy at least a little handy. I'm not going to say I'm the most handy person on earth because that's hell no, I'm not. But I can do a little something because hey, I just watched a video.
Super
yeah,
fast.
Hmm.
And some of the
man.
videos are like
Speaking of
less than
haircut,
30 minutes.
huh?
I said some of those how tos are less than 30 minutes. Literally, it's a quick. I don't want to say quick read, but it's a quick follow, bro. You be like, man, I didn't
Yeah,
learn how to do this. You be like, damn. Oh, okay, cool. I thought damn, I got all these tools in the garage. Let's get it.
yep, yep.
And,
Save it to your favorites. Come back to it later or what have you.
yep.
Yep.
And if you notice, I don't know if you built a lot of things. Obviously, I had kids, so there's a ton of stuff I have to build around the house, and I have a wife, so there's a ton of stuff I have to build around the house. They don't give you good instructions on anything anymore. Like it used to just be IKEA gave you the trash instructions where it's like
I was gonna say
how
shout out IKEA because that's who you talking about.
nah, they don't do it for nobody give
You
you
get
good
pictures.
instructions. Yeah, that's about it. So it's helped me figure some puzzle pieces out. I'm like, nah, I ain't buy this to play Tetris, man. I'm trying to just build it and go. So
And it's crazy because you'll have somebody you'll put in like bookshelf color brown C17. You put that in YouTube, bro. It's gonna be a dude like, yo, I got this same thing from my kid, got the shit instructions, but this is how I did it. And you be like, oh, that's where that part go.
Hmm.
So it's fact, bro. So yes, this is we're pretty much speaking into it, life into it. This is the great invention of our era.
Hmm. You were gonna say something about a haircut, DC?
Oh yeah, man, bro. You was talking about you was effing people up in college, man. I tried to be a barber one time. I told this dude, Fred, man, Tino and Fred. Um, we used to go to school with him, and I think his name was Fred. He was roommates with John Carlos.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so like he's like, man, I need like a buzz cut or whatever. I was like, he's like, man, can you cut? I was like, yeah, I could cut. Bro, I was lying my ass off, bro. I ain't know, but I'm like, I've seen it done. I've been getting haircuts. How hard could it be? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I get the clippers, bro. I tore that man's head up, bro. It was so
Ooh.
lopsided, uneven. Thankfully, I think Ken came in and fixed it. Uh,
Shout
because
out Ken.
I had that man looking silly out there, and I realized like, okay, this is not my calling. Don't be playing in nobody's head. Because
uh,
I can edge up my face. You know what I'm saying? I edge up the beard or the goatee or whatever. But man, as far as cutting somebody's head, dog, that's a whole nother
just
situation.
trial and error up. Like I only had really two instances where I messed somebody up, and one, both of them, I warned them. You know, man, I gave them a heads up, like, yo, this ain't. I hit you with a lineup because my lineup's always been crisp, but I ain't got their utensils to cut you right now. Like one, I left the guards, and I ain't never cut without guards before, so I warned him. He was like, "Oh no, you'll be straight." I'm like, "All
Ooh,
right,
you
bro."
free-handed the whole thing?
Yeah, dawg, that was not. I didn't even know how to cut without guards, so that was not the move. But I know how to cut without them now. I know how to do that thing now.
Oh
And then the
yeah.
second guy, like everybody I grew up around was just straight black and straight. You know what I mean? Medium textured hair. And then this one dude came to me. He got the silky smooth. Like I don't even know how to even try to touch this stuff. I was like, bro, your hair is different, bro. I can't do that. And he was like, oh man, just even us out. All right, bro. And nope.
That's what you asked for.
Hey, that's what you asked for. And yeah, it was not the move. But I learned now you got to go against the grain with people like that, and you know what I mean, follow a little bit differently because their hair is it's not the same at all.
Mm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I stay in my lane, though.
Yeah, and YouTube
And YouTube, bro,
for sure.
it will save your life.
That's a fact.
YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, man, and so I'm gonna take a breath, man. It's gonna be a big woosah, right? Because YouTube can also shed light on things and what's going on in the world, man. And DC, you talked about a little bit the craziness that's been going on, man. We know as we were away what happened in Memphis. Of course, it's all on YouTube. I haven't really brought myself to see it with Tyree Nichols. Um, just sad, tough for those, we all about to be in the 40-40 club. Well, I'll be there joining y'all in a couple days. Shout out. But in our era, we seen this before with Rodney King and countless others. But it was tough. DC, I know you and I talked offline. I know you wanted to touch on it a little bit, man. I know Rod, you had some words offline as well, man. It's not a black and white thing, so don't get it twisted. I mean, this is me saying this, and I'll let you guys speak for yourselves. I don't think this is a black and white thing. I think this is a power thing. It's always been a power thing. Um, with folks who wear the uniform, and I'm not saying all. I damn for sure not saying all, but I know for a fact this is a power thing. This is not a black and white thing. This is not a white and white thing. This is not a black and black thing. But this is a power thing. Um, that people are carrying over. And unfortunately, it does happen more in the black community, but it's a power thing, man. DC, I know we talked a little bit via text. You keep texting us late at night. What's on your mind, man? How you feeling, bro?
Man, well, let's be clear. So in Memphis, Tennessee, about 3 weeks ago, the police pulled the man over, dragged him out of his car, and beat him to death. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
There's really no other nuance to it. Uh, uh, I watched the video when I came off the fast. During the fast, I didn't even realize it happened. I think it happened the night before the fast on January the 7th. Our fast started on the 8th. So, I didn't hear about it that night, of course, and then I didn't hear about it again until just a few days ago. And it was wild to come out of the fast, and that was like one of the first things that I saw. It's actually literally the first thing I saw when I turned on Instagram. When I turned it back on was some dude beating another guy with a hammer. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Nancy Pelosi's husband, and he was there and he swung on the man with a hammer. That was the very first thing I saw, bro. And I was like, like what? You know what I'm saying? And then of course, I saw the the assault, the beating. And it's foul. I will say, you know, I'm all over the place. But jumping back to Rod's point, I think this is what makes YouTube such a great invention, because as sickening as that was, it is important, I think, that it go public so that accountability can be there.
Hmm.
That I think is different hearing about it versus seeing it. You know what I'm saying? You can say that, oh yeah, such and such guy beat up, but it's different when you see police officers and they don't even talk like bro. They were not talking like cops. Like they was talking like a gang. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just talking like some boys on the street. They were not. They did not have that police jargon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I do think it's a powerful thing, and I understand people not wanting to watch it. I definitely don't blame anybody for not wanting to partake in that. But I also think it's important that it be made public, that some of this bullshit that's going on is brought to light, and YouTube is a great tool for that. There was a time where horrific things would happen, and if you weren't in that area, it just didn't happen. It wasn't real to you. Like I'm in Columbia, y'all up in Charlotte. Like there was a time if this happened, say in the '70s, um, we may have never known about it, and and
And we're just an
uh,
hour away. That's crazy.
yeah, and that well, I think we're more than an hour away from Memphis,
I'm talking about
but
where you just said Columbia to Charlotte. We're just an hour away from each other, bro.
oh
I
well,
have to
what I
pull up
meant
on you.
was if it was happening in Memphis and you're living in Charlotte, you might not hear about it. You
True.
know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. So I think that's a great thing. But as far as what happened, yeah, definitely it's a power thing. It almost seems like they were drunk with power. It's almost like a group think kind of thing where
Yep.
when you're in a group of people and all logic just flies out the window, and it's just it's wild, man. What they and I mean, this man was crying for his mom. You know, um,
He was a few
it was
blocks
tough.
away.
It was tough.
Reading
I would
about
say
it.
it was yeah, and I would say it was worse than Rodney King, bro. I mean, like Rodney King was bad, but I mean, he walked away from it. This man was like, he was beat to death. You know what I'm saying? He died slowly. It took him days to die. Like that's torture. They tortured that man. Basically, they tortured him to death. The only thing I will say is I'm glad that those men were immediately held accountable. They were fired. I think you know
They all
almost
got charged.
immediately.
They all got
They
charged too.
yeah, they've been charged with second-degree murder. So as tragic as this is, one I guess I don't want to say good thing, but one thing I am happy about is the reaction of the powers that be, the reaction of the powers that be to hold those men accountable. Man, there was a time where this type of stuff, Ahmaud Arbery, for example,
Yeah, you go on
you know what I'm
paid
saying?
leave.
Like
Take months.
it didn't pop off until somehow the video leaked. And it wasn't until then that people got held accountable. In this case, the accountability happened like immediately, swiftly, and justly. So shout out to the powers that be to hold those men accountable, but they need to be held in the fullest accountable when they go to prison, because they need to be in gym pop, no
Mhm.
PC. They need that gym pop.
They need all
Yeah,
that smoke.
they need all of it,
I
bro.
want it.
Everybody need to see their paperwork.
My man, I'm with you on that, bro.
Yeah.
Rod, how you feeling, big dog? What's on your brain? What's your thoughts to it?
I ain't got much to say about it. Like DC said it all, man. I mean, Yeah, I ain't got much to say. Like at the end of the day, the shit been happening. It's gonna continue to happen. It is what it is, man.
Now let me ask you this though, Rod. Considering that these men are going to prison, I don't see them getting off, and the city's probably going to get sued, and they probably going to either settle. I'm sure they're going to settle for a couple million or something like that. Do you think that these expensive lawsuits that these cities are facing because of this kind of stuff, maybe that will bring about change? Because
Nope,
people don't change for the sake of it, but if you hit somebody's wallet hard enough, then maybe they'd be like, let's do some extra training or let's do some.
nope. It ain't gonna
No.
change because this shit's been going on forever, man. Like you just said it, like in the 70s, you may not have known about it or it may not have been as prevalently talked about, but it's been happening. And it's not gonna change because it's just systematic, right? Like I think T said it at the beginning, it's about power. And when you're in a position of power, which as officers of the law, you would expect the officers to be, and we talked about this in one of our episodes before, right? Their main objective is to protect and serve, meaning serving the community. That's not how that appears to me that they're
Yeah,
doing. Right. And don't get me wrong, there's some like with the world, there's good people, there's bad people. At the end of the day, a job doesn't change that fact. And when you put people in position of power that are bad, they're going to make bad decisions. And maybe if more are held accountable, maybe you start seeing a little bit less, but does it change it all the way? No, because it has to be broken down from top to bottom. Like the whole structure of how that setup is has to change, bro. And I give you a prime example, man. Man, I used to go through that shit all the time, bro, and I'm fairly a good kid. You know what I mean? Like I done been snatched out of cars. I done seen people literally. We had gang squad in Detroit. I seen people literally grab individuals, hold them up, and drop them on hoods. You know what I
man.
mean? You mean to tell me
Hmm.
that shit is fair? Hell no, that shit ain't
No.
fair. Like people need to be held accountable, and police has been getting away with this forever. So am I somewhat numb to having outrage and all that stuff? I am, because it doesn't change anything. It never changes. Like people get outraged for a couple of days or months or whatever, and guess what? It happens again, right? It's going to continue to happen. It probably happening right now as we're talking, whether black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. There is a problem from a system standpoint of of individuals being in position of power that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line, right? So yeah, if they get hit and get held accountable, please do it, because that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing to applaud about because somebody's being held accountable. That like there's nothing to be joyful about. There's a man that lost his life. There's a family that no longer gets to see their relative because of individuals thinking they were above the law, right? That's
Yeah.
that's what it come down to. So, F them, all six of them. May they rot in hell, and I could give two damns of what happens to them, to be honest with you.
I'm with you on that. And what and it's hurtful, and not what you said, Rod, because DC, you just said it when we kicked it off. The truth hurts. It's gonna happen again, and you said it, and that breaks my heart just saying that out loud, bro, because it's the truth, and it hurts. And to your question too, DC, like, yeah, man, keep hitting them, keep taking money out their pocket, but when can it all stop? When can that light bulb, turn on for everyone, man? Again, and I said it before, man. There's some dope people, man. Some really, really dope people in law enforcement, man, in positions of power, period. And then there's some people, man, that just take advantage of every single thing and person under their thumb, or they have to feel like that has to be under their thumb. And I'm just tired of that, man. I am tired of that shit. I know out of those six officers I read, two of them said they're gonna plead not guilty. Good luck with that. Um, cause you out of there for sure. Again, I know there's a lot of video out from different their body cams, and then shout out to Skycam. Memphis has Skycam, just like Chicago. I know Detroit is getting it mostly in downtown, but it's gonna be throughout the city soon. Columbia has it, Charlotte has it. Yo, Skycam, you're all on there, bro. So for you to sit up there and say you gonna plead not guilty to participate, to saying you wasn't participating in that, yo, f you, dog. Cause like,
No,
bro, you out,
and
bro.
and on that note, man, if you're pleading not guilty, that means you tried to break it up, right? In my opinion, that means you tried to stop it. You stopped it from happening. And I didn't watch the video, so I don't know if everybody was involved, but I can tell you nobody stopped it.
Nobody stopped it, bro.
No,
A good friend of mine, another good friend of mine, said he saw it and he was like, bro, they held him up and took licks. It was
yeah,
that kind of a thing. So tell me where you not guilty yet for holding the man up. You may not made swim, but you holding him up though, and you letting somebody else continually punch this man in the face and hit this man with your clubs. So tell me how you not guilty.
bruh. They had him on the ground handcuffed, and while he was handcuffed, they said, "Put your hands behind your back." They started whooping him, like literally. Like the
Bro,
man's handcuffed, and they're saying, "Put your hands behind your back." Like what, bruh? It was crazy, dog. Like
bro, yeah, bro. But
yeah,
yeah, it's two
it's
of them. Two
wild.
out of the six said they pleading not guilty,
Yeah,
bro.
I think it was five of them.
Yeah, yeah, five. It's five.
Yeah,
Google's your friend. But nonetheless, two of them talking about they pleading not guilty, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of
yeah,
here, dog. For real, bro. I can't believe you fix your mouth to say some shit like that.
Hmm.
yeah,
One of my
yeah.
homeboys is an officer too. Like my kid's godfather is a detective in DC, and man, I would love to have his opinion, but I know that ain't something that can happen. But
Yeah.
um,
I would love to talk to even a former officer. I would love to hear what they think about it, man. I know the saying back in the day, remember, well, not back in the day, because that's a lie. But the saying, hey, defund the police. I don't think a defunding is the thing, but I think there more training should be taking place.
don't say that. That whole more training, that shit don't work.
You know, I, I,
Mm-mm.
I just think so, man. I think we kicking people like you said with these egos, these power trips, and sending them out, and you not getting a chance to really see their
Bro,
real authentic selves.
training is not going to change who that person is.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
officers are trained to do their job. Like, don't let the media and all that shit fool you and say, oh, they need to get trained. They're trained on how to do their job. They're trained on how to handle hostile situations.
Hmm.
They go through evaluations. They go through everything that they need to do to protect and serve. These are officers that make these decisions on their own to go rogue. That's the bottom line. So more training is not going to change anything.
No, it's not. It's because I don't believe officers are trained to drag people out and beat them up,
Not at
beat them
all.
to death. That wasn't a part of anybody's training in Memphis, or I don't believe that. I don't know how the Memphis training goes, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that what happened 3 weeks ago was not a part of any kind of handbook or manual or policy or protocol. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do
Hmm.
think that there's that culture of us versus them,
Hmm.
protect us at all costs, and really like a gang mentality. It's just a legal gang, so to speak. And I think that's what's got to get stamped out. But I know it's tough, bro, because I got a homeboy that's police as well. He's super cool, man, and we've had some candid conversations about things that happen and whatnot, and and he's if I've spoken to him one on one, and he spoke out about a few things, but also he's given me some insight that did help me understand is in that, and this is not to justify any bullshit, I'm just explaining my conversations, is man, the police have a difficult job because nobody calls the police when they're having a good day.
Hmm.
Like the police are only going when shit then went left.
Hmm.
And sometimes, actually oftentimes, when the police get there, they don't actually know what they're getting into.
Hmm.
You get a
Yeah.
domestic violence call, and it could just be two people arguing. It could be two people arguing with a gun, with a knife. It could be the kid or the guy's holding a gun to the kid's head, or it just, the police see so much crazy shit, and then they get lied to. And I can kind of relate because, for y'all who don't know, I'm in property management, and very similar. I get lied to all the time. You know what I'm saying? If somebody doesn't want a late fee on their rent, they gonna tell me something. They gonna say, "Oh, bro, I didn't have people. I had a situation where a lady was late on the rent. She called. She cussed out everybody in the office, and she swore up and down we was trying to get her, and we just trying to take her money, and she didn't pay late, and she's gonna take us to court and woo woo woo. Well, she paid with a money order, and we 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 actually don't take our checks to the bank per se. We scan them. We have a little scanner, and we can do the deposit remotely. And part of our policy is we hold the checks for a certain amount of time after we deposit them.
Mhm.
Bruh, she bought the money order 2 days after rent was late. So people, the rent is late on the 6th of the month. You know, so you have 5 days to pay the rent on time. The money order was purchased on the 7th. And she called, and when I say like when she was like adamant, like bruh, like if I did not know any better, I would have believed her. She was really good, like she was adamant. We was doing her dirty, she was crying, um, all this, that, and the third. Pull the check, like ma'am, I was like, ma'am, I'm looking at the money order. I think I'm looking at the money order. You purchased it on such and such day, and then she's like, oh,
Oh.
well, I could have swore I did. Well, bye, click. No, I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm sorry for acting that way. My apologies. None of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so, mind you, that's just property management, bro. That's just somebody being rude to me. Nobody's
Mhm.
trying to beat me up. Nobody's trying to kill me. Nobody's trying to do this, that, and the third. So I try to give the police a little bit of grace.
And don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone is saying that the police don't have a difficult job. Like
Right.
I will attest to that. I will give them credit. I still respect the police. I still think they're underpaid in a lot of situations, right? Because that is a
Yeah.
dangerous job. I can go to my job and have a good sense unless something crazy happens, like we all can go at any time, but I can have a good feeling that I'm gonna make it home. As an officer, you don't know that. Like you can't with confidence say, I'm coming home tonight, right? That's a stressful position to be in. And again,
Facts.
I respect the police and what it's supposed to stand for. And there's bad apples, right? I don't respect them. I don't respect
Nah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
That's and I'm never that's never going to change. I'm not going to say I hate all police, but those bad apples that show their true colors, f you. You know what I mean? And it's
Facts.
going to be like that.
And I'll say,
It
and F
has
the
to.
ones that enable it. So like, because there's some good cops out there, but they silent.
Yeah.
And like I get that it's tough to speak out and this that, but bro, if you got a partner or you got colleagues that's out here, pulling this type of shit and you ain't saying nothing, you're part of the problem. You're
Hmm.
part of the problem. Being silent is part of the problem.
Can't go against Shield though.
Then don't be a cop. Like on it, like I mean, to me, like
And
because it's a choice. Like then, like it's not like you get
That's
drafted
facts
into
right
the
there.
police force.
Yeah, this is not
You
the
know
mhm.
what I'm
military.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah, but then you're blackballing, you're on desk duty, and everybody like it's a hostile work environment. So I can get why someone wouldn't speak out on it. And that's why I say it has to be revamped from top to bottom, right? Because it's almost like that good old boys club, that brotherhood that you can't go against regardless. It's almost like snitching, right? And in the streets, there's a code in the
Man, I was
street
about
where
to
you
say
don't
that.
yeah,
snitch. Like
yeah,
people are out here going against Gunna and saying he this, he that, but then when it comes to the police, oh man, somebody has to speak up. So it got to be the same energy on all those fronts, and that's why it has to be torn down from top to bottom in order to make real change. Because there's going to always be that code that for me to keep my job and be able to at least do my job to the best of my ability, I can't go against those who are abusing the system. I can't speak out on it because now you're taking away the cops or the police officers that's going to actually make a change and do something, because now you're blackballing them. They're on desk duty or they're fired, or you finding ways to make their life miserable where they don't even want to do it anymore. And we need those people to still be in these streets protecting and serving. So I get it.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a culture. It's a culture and a power thing, man. And man, I appreciate that, man. That insight, man. I appreciate y'all passing on it, and as always, not just today. We talk about this anytime and about anything, man. And speaking of culture and our culture, to be more direct, right? Where we're passionate about, and we see things, man. YouTube, this is the platform again, yet again, man. We all seen what we call the big homie for those who love football. Ed Reed, same thing. Went on YouTube. What should have been or was considered the head coach of Bethune Cookman. And then he went on YouTube and showed how the living conditions are, how the field was, how it's trash. And he was putting his money up, getting stuff cleaned up. Bethune Cookman pulled that contract back, was like, nah, we don't need you. Because I guess they felt embarrassed or slighted, whatever. But again, truth hurts. Ooh, this is probably gonna be the title of this episode for the show. Nonetheless, everything that I saw with Ed Reed and then Deion Sanders said it best. Even when he came to Jackson State years ago, there's things that need to be done, and we got to clean up our own house. And when he was talking about our own house, he was talking about the black community, the black culture. Ed Reed was another person to show that light to what that is, man. And how y'all
Yeah.
feeling about that, man?
I mean, the reality is unfortunately, as a black community, we get a terrible reputation when it comes to business. And unfortunately, we see countless situations that's publicized where that turns out to be true. And I think in the case of HBCUs, it's bad business, right? And that's why we're behind on a lot of the advancements that we should be getting, and not just athletically, even academically. Outside of what Howard, Morehouse, um, Spelman, and a
Clark,
few, Clark, yeah, and a few others.
Yeah. Hampton got a lot of
Hampton,
money.
yeah, you don't see a lot of representation from an academic standpoint, and like honestly, and I respect the HBCU. What are you doing to advance the community, the the students of your organization? What are you doing to make them come out better as individuals? Like we already know going into it, we're behind. You know what I mean? If you think of it like a relay race, we're in the last leg, bro. Like we need to make up some ground. And
yeah,
when you see scenarios like this, where you have an individual that's coming in putting up their own money, like just trying to clean up the place, right? Setting morals and an expectation that we're going to live in a place or be around a place that's going to produce, it's going to produce fruits, right? We're going to make sure that our crops are clean. We're going to make sure that the product, which are the kids in this scenario, the product is going to get polished, and we're going to make sure that we're bringing in individuals or letting them out better than what we brought them in with. And when you have an individual that's preaching that message, and not only preaching it, showing it in their first couple of weeks, the same with Dion, and you don't respect that, like I can't respect you. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we want to be in a position where we can continue to grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. Like that's the old saying, right? If you're not growing, you're dying. Don't sit up here and just put battle of the bands in front of people, bro. Like try to make some real change. Get some individuals in there that's going to make real change and let these kids come out better individuals. And we fumbled that with Dion. And I mean, I don't know how good of a coach Ed Reed would be or not. Hell of a player, best safety ever to play.
facts.
It seemed like he was going to make some change, but he don't get that opportunity, which is sad, man. It's unfortunately a story that we hear way too often.
Yeah, I hope he get another shot though. I hope another HBCU pull him in because I think he'll be dynamic just with his passion. But like you said with Dion, man, he called it out. He did what he did, and he started making change. Of course, the upper echelon saw that, and they pulled him away. But we gotta atone to our mistakes, right? If you're making a mistake and you're pulling that person in, like I said, none of these guys that we talked about, Dion, Ed Reed, they didn't walk in and say, "Hey, I'm your head coach." They got offered to be there. They could have said, "Nah, I'm straight." They decided to take that on because they wanted to make a difference and change. So the people that's offering the job, be receptive to that. You
Hmm.
have to be
Yeah, Ed even said he turned down positions to go specifically to Bethune. He said Prime called him up.
to go to Colorado.
No, not to Colorado, but he said he called him to take over for him when he was leaving Jackson State, and he turned it down. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to. I don't know if he was supposed to say that or not, because I don't know if that was his attorney or whoever it was next to him. He was like, Ed, chill. You know what I mean? But but yeah, I think I think when you have an individual that's passionate about your organization or passionate about the place that they're about to be in, where they're turning down, I mean, he would have been in a pretty good position at Jackson State and probably had a chance to keep a lot of those players that flipped and followed Dion. You know what I mean? So they probably could have kept that train going, but the world will never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll never know. Only thing I'll say to play the devil's advocate is I do think Ed Reed was wrong to go on a social media platform and blast his employer. Like, bro, I don't know where you can go to work and you dump on your employer and they keep you around. I just, even if it's true, even if what you're saying is true, that about the trash and this, that, and the third, I just don't know where you can go and you talk about that your employer on a public platform that way, and you're not even really started yet, and they keep you around. Like I just, bro, like Dion ain't never pulled no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though like when he was there, he called out some things. One thing I'll say about Dion is even when he called out some things, he still did it in a way that was kind of respectful. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, unfortunately, he didn't stay as long as we would have liked, but he did have a huge measurable impact that Ed Reed, unfortunately will not have. So not to make any excuses for Bethune Cookman, you know what I'm saying, and whatever they need to work out, because I know there was a lot of issues that plague HBCUs historically. But bro, you can't cuss out your employer, dog, and think like you're gonna have a job the next day. Like that, right or wrong, whatever, even if you was spitting straight facts, it don't work that way, dog. Right. Bro, you can't talk shit about me, bro. Imagine if T was just like went on YouTube, or not YouTube, but on IG Live or something, and was like, "Yeah, man, DC ain't this, DC ain't that," and woo woo, and then we gonna come and record the next day like it's all good. Nah, bro, we gonna.
It worked for Aaron Rodgers though.
What you mean?
Privilege.
Mm.
What you
Privilege.
mean? So when Aaron Rodgers went and on his platform and was
Yeah.
cussing,
All
talking crazy about
Yeah.
Green Bay.
all the
Yeah.
time, bro.
Yeah.
And they signed him to an
Yeah.
extension after
And
that.
then he got $150 million extension.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Now,
Oh, last summer he was talking spicy, bro.
Hmm.
now here's the thing though. The only thing I will say to that. Now, this is not to justify what he says and what have you. I'll be honest, I don't really follow Aaron Rodgers like that, so I might be ignorant to whatever it is that he's saying. But this man has already produced for Green Bay. Like, bro, I think that if Ed Reed had came out and he had won 3 Celebration Bowls and maybe put a few kids in the NFL, if he came out and was talking crazy, he would probably get a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. That's why I don't know. Like, if Aaron Rodgers was a rookie or like he just got drafted, draft night, he's talking crazy. I'm pretty sure Green Bay doesn't keep him. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about a multiple MVP winner. You talking about a Super Bowl winner. I'm not saying it's right, but bro, when you put up numbers on the board, it does give you some leeway.
I don't know if he said anything that was that foul though. Like in my opinion, but I mean, to each his own.
Yeah. He said the
Yeah.
work conditions weren't good.
Now, from what I saw, he did say that, but it wasn't like, hey,
So
these working conditions aren't that great.
so you going
Like
on how
it was pretty profanity laced. It was, he's talking crazy. Like, and oh, by the way, you haven't even signed the contract yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not a good sign to things to come. Like when I got somebody, like, again, if we use Aaron Rodgers,
Hmm.
if on draft night he goes on IG Live, yo, matter of fact, we saw this. We saw a college kid. I don't think he started yet, right? Then he gets signed to Florida, or a high school kid got signed to Florida. He
Mm-hmm.
got caught on IG, dropping the N bomb, little white kid dropping the N bomb on a song,
Mm-hmm.
and
Marcus, you talking about Marcus Stokes? Marcus
they
Stokes,
rescinded his scholarship. It's the same
correct?
thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, if he had been there, if it was his junior year, and I don't know, maybe he led the league, led the conference in rushing or whatever. If he had some accomplishments, his disciplinary action might have been different. They might have suspended him for a game or something, some slap on the wrist because he didn't put numbers on the board. But you talking about a kid who's unproven, hasn't done anything for the school yet, and you already bring a controversy, get him out of here, cut him. And that's what they
Mm-hmm.
did. And they do. That's the same thing that happened to Ed Reed. Even if you think it's right, bro, you gotta acknowledge, but you can't
I
just
see
come
your,
talking crazy about the
I
powers
hear
that
you,
be
bro.
and
I
then
hear you.
think they gonna just keep you on board, bro. That
Right,
just it don't work that way.
right. They got all right
No
to say
matter
whatever
what
they feel.
institution, not necessarily HBCUs. That's any institution, dog.
Yeah. Now let's see this though. Will Bethune Cookman or any school this happened to? Let's see if they clean up and clean their act up. The opportunity's there because we're gonna have new staff, whomever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if things change.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, probably
Now,
not.
if
You know
it
what I'm
don't,
saying?
then we know like this is what to what Rod is saying. Like, well, we got to get better at our business. We got to
We
handle
do.
our business,
We
or
do,
just gonna
but
continue
you
to have
also
to.
have to be mindful of how you convey the message. You know what I'm saying, bro? You can come to me for some advice, T, and I can give you some solid advice. But if I'm cussing you out and belittling you in the middle of that advice, you're not gonna hear my message, bro.
Okay.
You're not gonna hear the message. If I'm talking crazy, if I'm talking crazy to you, Rod, I can be 100% right. You might need to do this and do that. But bro, if I'm cussing you out in the middle of it, you're not even hearing the message. You just ready to throw hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like we can't give people a pass. Like even if the message is right, we can't give people a pass for just talking spicy, bro. Like just
Okay.
because you agree with the message.
Fair. Okay. I hear your side, bro. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you brought up something. Marcus Stokes, 4-star
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, got an offer to play at University of Florida Gators. Shout out SEC. Of course, he was on the video, whatever, recorded, riding around with his homies, whatever, saying the N word in the song. Um, Florida said, "Nah, we gonna pull that scholarship back." He did get an offer to Albany State and HBCU, where yesterday he also got a few offers from another school, Alabama A&M. There's a D2 school in North Carolina. I got to pull the name up, but nonetheless, Albany State um, head coach apologized for offering Marcus Stokes the scholarship to Albany State. I want to know y'all take on it. Should he got a offer? Did it look weird? Does it seem agenda based that a HBCU would do that? Because obviously Marcus Stokes is white, but how y'all feel about that?
It's a bad look.
That's some
But
clown shit, dog.
yeah.
Like
Now again, you talk about the player, right? He is a top quarterback in the nation. He is. I'm not giving no excuse to say, man, why not go get that man? Because he's top tier talent. But all I'm saying is that may have played a part, may not. Like you said, get the clown to what Rod said. All he always tell us, get your clown shoes. But how you feeling, Rod? I know you said some clown shit, man. You got any other substance you want to add to that, or like,
That's just it's a bad look. That's a very bad look, especially when we're almost going through some heat already with the Ed Reed situation, with
mhm,
how we couldn't keep Dion there, and how the HBCU community has looked over the last couple of weeks. That's a bad look, bro. It's just a bad look when you have a major university saying nah because you saying this N word, regardless of how you saying it. Like it was definitely
Mhm.
rapping lyrics, and like it was actually a pretty smooth roll of the tongue. Like he says it a lot for
Oh
sure.
yeah, he was spitting. Like no, if you see the video, he was like, if you didn't think it was, if you didn't know the song, you were like, yo, he's spitting.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
spitting.
yeah.
He knew the words.
He definitely know him. He definitely say it quite a bit. You know what I mean? It wasn't a strong R. It was definitely
Yeah, yeah,
NIGGA, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. He knew the lyrics, bro. He was
But
going in.
you have a university saying, "Yo, we're not gonna tolerate that from you." But then you have our side that comes through and like, you know what? That ain't that bad, bro. You sound like you knew what you were doing. You sound like you were good with it. I think you've been to a cookout or two, so F it. Let's just give you a scholarship. I don't know about that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just a bad look.
Yep.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely a bad look, bro. Like yeah, for everything that you just said, man, I don't know what I can really add to that. That's some clown shit.
Hmm.
All day. Yeah. I mean, I think it was a publicity stunt more than anything.
I mean, what do you get out of?
Because I don't know what else you get out of it.
I mean, see, colleges shouldn't be looking for publicity like that. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't TMZ. This is a higher education institution.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, a higher education institution that is fighting a stigma of inferiority.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, bruh, if
Big facts.
this is the publicity you want, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't a popularity I don't know. Yeah, that's just
It's I said a publicity stunt for this, man. Everyone's chasing that high to what Dion did, but I think the remedy of getting that high is just doing the right things because that's what Dion did. You're not gonna be charismatic like Prime, but if you do the right thing, clean up your clean up your system in the community and on the field and throughout, people gonna notice it. Not this, not Marcus Stokes. Like yo, come on, bro. We saw that video. You was turned up. Come on through. It doesn't do anything, man.
yeah.
It
Hmm.
enrages. It'll enrage a few people, man, because I don't know how you feel. I don't know how if I'm the teammate.
What's crazy, probably the football players don't really see it as a big deal. I think but it's bigger than football.
Them, yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
because
bigger
he's in
than
the
that.
community. He's gonna be in that community.
Yeah, because I would think that he would still be accepted in that locker room. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I think he
Okay,
would. I don't know. Y'all could probably. I never really played football like that. Y'all could probably speak to it better than I could. But I know about team sports, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it was a basketball player, I know he would still be accepted in the locker room.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's that per se. It's just, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger. It's the campus. It's the culture of HBCUs. It's just a bad look. You know what I'm saying? I think we kind of talked about that maybe offline. If you do something that makes the company look bad, then there might be some consequences for it, even if what you did wasn't necessarily illegal per se. You know what I'm saying? Because he really didn't like you said, the context, it wasn't like he was trying to put anybody down. He wasn't using the slur to belittle anybody. He was just rapping a song that he was really feeling. And if anything, that would probably endure him more in the locker room environment. But but yeah, once it
okay,
goes public, bro, you can't. He's kind of, to me, he's got to be a little bit untouchable. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be untouchable because we've got to have a culture where it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? We have to get over the whole, oh well, he didn't really mean it. It's all good. We got to end all that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of what holds us back is letting shit go, letting shit slide. Oh, getting to the nuances, bro. If you're talking about some Asian Americans and using a slur, there is no context, bro. They don't. You talk about the Jewish people. There is no context with them. If you say something and they don't like it, bro, it's gonna be hell to pay. And nobody wants to hear about no nuances or how it was meant or semantics or nothing like that. And we
that's
gotta
fair.
have that
That's
same
fair.
energy.
Mhm, that's fair. So yeah, Um, Albany State, because I read it last night. Albany State did withdraw their offer. Head coach Quinn Gray. If y'all remember Quinn Gray, if you're a huge football fanatic like me, you know he's one of the quarterbacks for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Albany State, or and Coach Gray apologized. Alabama A&M still in the mix. He's planning on visiting, and he's gonna be in your neck of the woods, DC, because he's the other school, Allen University, in Columbia.
Okay. You said Allen.
Yeah, University. Yeah, it's a D2.
You said Allen offered him.
Yep,
I
he's
didn't know they had a
visiting.
football team.
Yeah, he's visiting.
Uh,
He be in Columbia, bro. I don't know when, but say he gonna be there. I
mm,
mean, again, stupid. I hope he learns from it. You know, he's 17. He's a kid still, man. So he got to figure stuff out. Um, we'll see if those offers stand.
yeah.
We'll see,
See how
bro.
it go. Yeah, we'll see how it go.
We'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
no HBCU should be entertaining that, man. Like he gonna have to go. He got to go with them. He got to go over there. You know what I'm saying? He can't sit with us.
He can go D3, bro. I don't know. Go to North Dakota, South Dakota.
Yeah. Go. Yeah, there you go. He need to go
They got good
somewhere
schools,
around there.
right? I mean, they're
Mhm.
good in their own right. They division.
Yeah, and this is the thing. If he produces, if he puts up numbers, he can always enter the transfer portal. Because certainly we would have forgotten by the time he's a freshman or a sophomore. We've forgotten about it.
But
You know
by
what
the
I'm
time he's a
saying?
junior, yeah, he get the portal.
Yeah, hit the portal. Hit the portal, and maybe you go to a good school and maybe you do something.
Yeah,
But
I mean, worked for Josh Allen.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there it is, man. So yeah, man, all that publicity stuff. Hopefully we get our business right. And when I say we, our culture, our community, man, continue to get our business right. Continue to grow. Continue to develop, man. Learn from these things. Learn how we also deliver feedback, right, DC?
That's right, bro.
So
Bro,
because
delivery is important.
the truth hurts. Truth
Yep.
hurts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you
So
gotta soften the blow.
you know what I'm saying? Rod, I appreciate you, man, because I know you was hot. And now we always love your passion, bro. That's why you the brain trust, man. You the reason why we always here, man, and able to have this fellowship, man. But what's some words of encouragement you got for us, man?
Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient.
Bars.
Mm-hmm.
Bars. Any last words, fellas? Before we head on.
Nah, man. Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, excuse me. Woo, yeah. Till next time. Truth hurts. Hey, man. DC, I'm a soften the blow. But
Oh,
I'm giving
one
you the
last thing,
truth.
man. I ain't softening this, but I'm coming for the wings, bro. I need them wings. You gonna stop playing with me? I need that wing stop.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
pull
I
up.
was just about to tell you. Yeah, bro. I still
Yeah,
owe you for
yeah, I
the
need that wing
Christmas
stop.
Eve, the Christmas Eve
Mm-hmm.
game. But the Cowboys
Yeah.
trash, bro. That Prescott trash, dog.
Nah, that ain't trash, bro. But you know what? I
You never
came
win a
in.
Super Bowl with that dude, bro.
I mean, most quarterbacks don't win Super Bowls. I don't make them trash. But here's my thing. I had a low bar for the Cowboys this year. If they won one playoff game, I considered it to be a good season. You know what I'm saying? So it's disappointing they lost to the 49ers, but bro, I've been down with the boys for a long time, man, and I just got to the point where I was like, just win a playoff game, and I'll start buying some stuff again. Like I told myself I wouldn't buy no T-shirts, no mugs. I'm not buying, definitely not no tickets. I wasn't contributing no money to the Cowboys until they won a playoff game. So
All right.
they handle business
What's your first
against Tampa
purchase then?
Bay. So I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. The season's over now, so it probably ain't gonna be nothing until the fall.
You get you a
But
Dak. You gonna get you that Dak Prescott jersey, bro?
nah. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I got
Hey,
to that point, bro.
hey,
I don't wear
get you a
jerseys
sleep
no
number.
more.
Get you a sleep
Bro, I'm gonna
number.
tell you, you hit 40 years old, bro. I don't think that you should be wearing football jerseys unless you go into a game. You know what I'm saying? It just, bro, I cannot see myself just putting on a jersey just because anymore. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm about to do something. But I don't know. I guess I ain't gonna judge if I see somebody with a
It's
football
coming
jersey.
back. They coming back, bro. Me and Rob was talking about that a while back. He was like, bro, you start seeing more and more of these pop out like everywhere.
I don't know. Are you?
Right? Yeah, bro. They coming back. It's
Who's
crazy.
wearing them? Like it, because
I don't
this
know.
is
It's
the
just
thing.
random. Random.
Yeah, because what I mean is like, bro, I done seen people in FUBU jerseys, but that don't mean FUBU jerseys are coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say, who is wearing them, bro? Because if it's like, Boo Boo the Fool over there, just because some random is wearing it, I mean, I hope it's not coming back. That's something that needs to stay in the past, man. If you wearing a
Man, everything
jersey,
coming back, bro.
you need to
I
you
still
should
got
be
a
at a
couple in the
game.
closet. I still got a couple in the closet. I ain't
Oh,
wearing
I
them every
got
day.
jerseys I'm not
Yeah.
getting rid of. I got
It's
the Kobe
blue. You
24.
got
No, I got the Kobe
oh,
8.
see,
I got the Kobe
see,
8, my guy.
see.
I'm not
Like
getting rid
if
of
you
it.
pulled that out at like the kickback, bro, you like
I got
it's
a jersey.
yeah.
I
You
just got
pull
a.
you pull the retro out, bro. Like and you at the kickback, you chilling, bro. It's just a pull out.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
Pause.
it's a lot of jerseys coming back, man. You see, Mitchell and Ness is making a comeback. I just got a Grant Hill jersey for my birthday, bro.
Man,
It
bro,
was
don't
dope
wear
though.
it unless you're going to a game, man.
I'm wearing it just straight up. Hey, man.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
I just see it
You
as
you can wear it to
that's
the
an old
kickback,
bet.
bro.
season, bro.
I
You can
bet
wear it to the kickback, bro.
I moved to my own drum, bro.
There you go.
See?
I don't know, man. I
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
support it. Bro, I
That's
just
cool.
feel like
That's
I feel
cool.
like I get to a certain point. But you know what? I'll say another thing, and this is probably just me. I don't wear graphic tees either. You know what I'm saying? Like
Fire. They're fire.
nah, I'm not wearing no guy. And I don't really judge anybody who does, but just as a 40-year-old man, bro, I can't. Maybe a little design, a small, but I don't do graphic tees, bro.
Bro, it's the
I know. I saw.
relaxed fit, bro.
I
It
know.
ain't like we going to like church or like
I
we
saw
finna
you
go
with
out.
that general or Bruce Leroy shirt on the other day, bro. My guy's a fashionista over here.
Who you talking about?
You, bro.
I ain't had no graphic tee on.
Oh
I
no, he
said
talking about
that
that coat. That
Oh,
pink ice.
Bruce Leroy joint looked
oh
like you was
yeah, bro.
Sensei DC over there, bro.
Kung
Yeah,
Fu
bro.
Master DC out here.
Yeah, I was killing him. I was killing him at peak ice, bro.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make what's crazy is so my wife, she got this dress that had like this African print, and I kind of wanted to match her sense of style.
Yeah,
And so I wanted to find something that looked like kind of African looking. So that was actually a formal African suit, is what they call it. And yeah, that shit was hard, bro. I don't care what nobody say. And what else I liked about it is nobody else had anything like it. So like I'm walking in the room, like everybody gonna look, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't everybody had tuxedos, everybody had the penguin suits on, so to speak.
Right.
Bow ties, stuff like that. It was a black tie affair, but nobody was coming out like that, bro. And I had the velvet slippers. Y'all probably ain't see that, but I had the velvet slippers. I was killing.
So you marched to the beat of your own drum? You marched to the beat of your own drum?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I think that's what somebody else just said earlier.
Yeah, and I said that's cool. I said that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I just unless you go into a game, like if you at a basketball game, you know what I'm saying? Then hey, but I don't see myself because bro, I got Paul Pierce. I got the white Paul Pierce when he was in Boston. I got Jason Kidd. Bro, I got the throwback Jason Kidd when he played in Philly. In Philly, his red.
He ain't playing Philly.
The red with the.
Oh, you talking about Brook? Oh, not Brooklyn.
I mean the Nets. My bad. The
Jersey.
Nets. The Jersey Nets. My fault. When he there was the red one with the blue stripe going down the side with that 5 on the back. Ooh, I ain't getting rid of them, bro. I got my jerseys, but they just maybe I'll put them on the wall or something one day. You know, also I'll say, and I want to ask you this, bro. How big is your? Because my jerseys are humongous, and that's probably another reason I wouldn't wear them. So, like this was back when Nelly was popping and whatnot.
Yeah,
so you know what? That might be. I might feel a little different about that because when I think football jerseys and
oh yeah, you thinking tall tees? Yeah,
right. I'm thinking like the big, huge ones that I'm like,
100% against that now.
yeah. But if it's
and Rod, I apologize
in
advance, man, for taking all the clothes that you could have been wearing, bro, years ago, bro. Because I was the little dude buying all the extra.
Yeah,
ruining for everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah. T over getting a double XL. No, good man. What you doing in this section, T?
Yeah,
oh
man.
man.
Yeah,
No, if you split it, that does change the game, though. That changed
Yeah.
the game. If it ain't like just like a tall tee.
Nah, it's fitted. Nah, it's fitted, man. It look good too, man. I ain't gonna even front because
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right, all
I
right.
so it's probably the only one I'm gonna have. I ain't gonna have no collection or nothing, but those teal Detroit Pistons just do something for me, and a lot of people hate them, so it made me want to get it even more. So I got the
Yeah,
OG
I know
here,
what you're
boy.
talking about with the. Oh yeah, no, I did hate those jerseys. The teal one.
Hmm.
Ah, yeah, bro.
Bro, they
You got
fire,
the
bro.
worst jersey, bro. Who
Bro,
did that to
no,
you?
bro, they
Nah, it's
fire,
dope.
bro. They
Yeah,
fire.
you ain't see me
Man,
in it. You ain't see me
And
in
that's
it
the
though.
colorway
That's
though,
the
and it's a
thing.
different colorway too, man. It's
Yeah,
fire, bro. And you know,
no,
me and Rod in the gym, bro. We all in the gym, not just you, not just exclude you. We all in the gym. We trying to.
oh
Hey, it's
yeah,
about to be
bro.
hot boy summer. It's about to be
Bro,
hot boy summer, bro. And hey, Rod, the bet's still on, bro, because I'm coming out with the Hoochie Daddy shorts, bro.
bro.
you
Yo,
you
you
do.
beat me to a T. I was just about to say that, bro. I was
Yes,
like, yo, y'all might see me with the Hoochie
yes.
Daddy shorts on this summer, dog.
Ain't
Yeah,
gonna be no Mike, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm guaranteeing it. And Detroit, hey, and Rob, for you, shout out Detroit. I'm guaranteed it, bro. It's
yeah.
happening.
I ain't doing no hoochie daddy shorts,
Yeah,
bro. But
good.
y'all do your thing.
Hey man,
Yeah, bro. I'm
hey.
doing the hoochie daddies, right? Yeah, I will say that's another thing about the fast. My drop weight. I've been trying to drop weight anyway. My goal was 205. And shoot, the last time I got on the scale, I was at 202, bro.
Mm,
Like that suit, even that y'all saw, I got it fitted, but I actually lost weight since I got it fitted, and the suit was a little bit too big.
mm.
You know what I'm
Good for
saying?
you, man.
So yeah,
So
bro, your boy,
we
huh?
we doing it, man. We doing it, bro. And
Yeah,
so anybody who listening, man, put your mind to it. Remember how you deliver the truth, because it's always context in the message. And just be your best. Rod told you, be resilient, man. Just do it. Just do it. And expect to see photos on our page of me and the Hoochie Daddy shorts in DC. We're gonna get
that's
Rod on
right.
comfortable too, bro. We're gonna be hot boy summer out here, bro. Our wives gonna be mad because
Yeah,
everybody gonna want to holler. But it is what it is, bro. You
it
know what
is.
it is.
It is, baby.
True first, right?
That's right.
Cue the music.